What if I told you that Hollywood sometimes gets courtroom drama exactly right, but only in a few rare cases? And what if those rare films could actually show you what really happens when a business dispute explodes into a legal war? Because here's the truth. Most legal movies, they're full of shouting matches, surprise witnesses, and over-the-top drama. But that's not how business litigation works in the real world. When real money is on the line, millions, sometimes billions of dollars, it's all about preparation, strategy, and pressure. Today, I'm sharing the handful of movies that do get it right. These aren't just entertaining, these are educational. They show you the power plays, the courtroom chess moves, and the emotional cost of fighting a high-stakes legal battle over contracts, ownership, and control. I'm Santiago Cueto. I'm a board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author. I've defended over 5,000 lawsuits, many of them involving contract disputes, corporate fraud, and international deals gone sideways. And when I watch courtroom movies, I watch differently. I'm not looking for drama. I'm watching to see who understands how the legal system actually works. That's why the 5 films I'm about to share stand out. They're the closest thing you'll get to a real look inside the business law trenches. Let's start with The Social Network. You've probably seen it, but you might not have realized what it actually is, a business law masterclass. This movie isn't about Facebook's invention. It's about the brutal legal battle over ownership. Founders fighting founders, verbal promises being dissected under oath, and 2 depositions back to back where every single word is a weapon. This is how real disputes over equity and IP unfold, behind closed doors, with lawyers asking quiet but devastating questions and billion-dollar valuations hanging in the balance. If you're in a startup, this one should be required viewing. Then there's Michael Clayton. It's a slow burn, but one of the most realistic portrayals of corporate litigation ever put on screen. A law firm is defending a chemical company in a class action lawsuit. But when one of their top attorneys has a breakdown and threatens to reveal what the company knew about a dangerous product, the firm goes into cover-up mode. This film reveals the darker side of business law, protecting clients even when their hands are dirty, the ethical tightrope lawyers walk, the immense pressure from corporate clients, and the way truth is often negotiated, not revealed. Now, The Insider takes things even deeper. Based on a true story, it shows what happens when a whistleblower exposes the tobacco industry's darkest secrets. This isn't about a courtroom trial. It's about the war that happens before the courtroom. Gag orders, smear campaigns, breach of contract threats, and corporate intimidation, all to stop one man from testifying. And that's what most people don't realize. In business law, litigation often begins before the complaint is even filed. Legal threats, NDA enforcement, strategic silencing. The film captures all of it with eerie accuracy. Now let's look at Flash of Genius. Not many people talk about it, but they should. It's the true story of a professor who invented a tech innovation only to have it ripped off by the auto industry. This movie captures how brutal intellectual property litigation can be. You see the toll it takes on the inventor's finances, his marriage, and his health. And you see how the legal system can be both a sword and a shield, depending on who's holding it. And someone who's handled international IP disputes, this one shows how lonely and how long the road to justice can be for a small business or inventor facing a Goliath. But the one that might surprise you most, and one I urge you to watch, is The Burial, starring Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones. This film is based on the real-life case of Mississippi funeral home owner who took on a powerful Canadian corporation that tried to crush him in a buyout gone bad. Jamie Foxx plays Florida attorney Willie Gary, a flashy personal injury attorney who steps in and delivers one of the most riveting underdog courtroom performances in movie history. What makes The Burial so special, beyond the charisma and humor, is how it reveals the intersection of contract law, racial justice, and small business survival. It shows what happens when a massive company tries to steamroll someone with less power, fewer resources, but a whole lot of fight. You'll see how civil lawsuits aren't just legal disputes. They're emotional, strategic, and political. And you'll see how good lawyers just don't argue the law. They tell a story that juries can believe. And yes, this one actually went to trial. Real courtroom, real verdict, real victory. For business owners who've been pushed to the brink, it's a must watch. So why does this all matter? Because courtroom drama in real life is slow, strategic, and razor sharp. These films capture the truth. They show how lawsuits began long before trial, how business deals unravel, how leverage is built or lost in silence, not shouting. And most importantly, they show how lawyers, the good ones, don't just argue. They calculate, they outthink, they tell the right story at the right time to the right audience. That's how you win. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I release new videos every week, pulling back the curtain on how the legal system really works for business owners. I'm Santiago Cueto. Stay sharp, stay protected, and I'll see you in the next one.